Hi my lovely friends, I came up to clean after my last two videos. I have plenty of the paper left over, some dice, and I've decided to not waste that opportunity. I'm setting my clock and I will tell you in a second. Obviously you can see that this is the longer video, so I hope you will join me. Grab yourself a cup of coffee and we spend the next hour, maybe not the whole hour, maybe a little bit shorter, I don't know yet. Now my friends, many occasions I find it that once I finish making big fancy card, I end up with a bunch of leftover pieces. I have all these dies on my desk, all the elements out, and it will take me like good half an hour to clean it up. And the many occasions I've been putting these papers, those leftover pieces, in my scrap drawer, and they stay there for months, if not longer, until I'm actually looking for something with similar pattern paper or things like that. So I've decided to use this occasion to, and this is something I've been practicing for a while, and I've been saying that before in my videos. Before I will clean up desk, maybe these whole papers, they will go on a shelf for next use, but the rest is just joining the scrap pile, and I have too many scraps now. So instead of wasting the time for this opportunity and, you know, add to the scrap pile, what I like to do before I clean up my desk, I always take a chance and make 2 or 3 simple cards out of the leftovers. And I do encourage you. Oh, what happened here? I was reaching out for my scoring board because I want to create some. Oh no, why is it locked here? Okay, now my friends, instead of wasting the opportunity, I already have everything there. What I want to do, I want to create a couple cards, and I think it's just the best way to save up on your time, energy. Plus, this is the great opportunity to have some quick cards ready. You don't have to decide what's the occasion, like what sentiment or something. I have this line here which I don't like. Oh, doesn't matter. I will cover it up with some wishes paper and that'll be good to go. Now remember this piece, this was the element which I wrongly cut. I thought, let's use it, let's create some card out of it. And the rule when I'm making those leftover cards is always to kind of be similar. I'm trying to keep the similar distance, half an inch, maybe half an inch, so somewhere along here. Okay, I'm just gonna cut it 1 centimeter away. This is the great opportunity to use your scraps to kind of play a little bit, and you can test out new ideas, something you think you want to do, but you missed the opportunity earlier, and that will be the great way to play up with those leftover pieces, because otherwise they are gonna be end up in your scrap drawer anyway. So what I'm thinking I will do, I want the thank you sentiment. And now the rule for me when I'm doing this leftover craft is that not overthinking, that's the first one. And second one rule is I'm not reaching for anything else than it's already on my desk. The one exception I do is I allow myself to go for like a golden button or a piece of a ribbon or something I'm needing, but I'm not adding any additional dies than the one which are already on my desk. That's the number 1 rule. And the second one is that larger? I think I'm gonna use that one to cut it, or I'm scared that it's not gonna be looking good. Is this one smaller? Yeah, this one is slightly smaller but larger than this one, because I want to get rid of this black thing around. Anyway, I'm not adding anything extra, and that way within extra couple minutes, because you don't have to spend the whole hour before you clean up your desk, but you will see that you will end up having some spare cards for wherever you need it. If your family member needs some last minute card or you need some extra cards, you always have something. So that's what I'm gonna do now, and I hope you will join me. Now, the only one exception I allow myself is, as I said, to take some ribbon, maybe like a pearl or some kind of a fancy button, something like that. But I also allow myself to use a scrap pieces. So for example, if I want to add touch of gold or something, obviously I will just, you know, just use it. So that's the thing. And I think if we are onto this thinking zone, that this is gonna be a great thing to do, to add a little bit of the gold here and there. Now what I will do, what was that? Was that 5.5 and 2 inches, I believe. I still remember it from the yesterday. So 5.5. Yes, perfect. So what I will do, where is my pencil? It's not in here where I need it. Now, oh, I need something else. This one will do. Or I've got the scoring board, actually, the scoring tool. Now, 5.5 and 2 inches. One is here and another one is here. And this is the scrap pieces of the paper, which I had cut from something else. Now, what I will do, I will create myself a similar frame out of the gold cardstock, just like that, because obviously just because we are rushing, it doesn't mean that the card not supposed to be not pretty. We want them pretty. We like pretty, don't we? I think we all do a little bit of the bling. And now what I'm thinking, I'm either gonna place it here and cut it like that. And what else? This one here, will that be larger? I need something. Oh, I should not be cutting that, the other sentiment. I can see it now, but I've already did. I've rushed it too much. So that was the circle. Okay, let me just this one. Oh yeah, this one will be good, I think, because I want it to be just a teeny tiny bit, not too much, for this gold design to show. Okay, so what I will do, oh, do you know what, I don't like this tape, that it's keep shredding into small pieces. I don't know why, but it's just this one roll, I think. I don't know, or maybe I haven't used it for a while, because I was usually working with the painter's tape. But we recently made a house renovation. Well, not the house, just one room, actually half of it. 2 walls only, but it was very tedious. I was trying to work this lime washing effect, and I must tell you, my friends, oh, my hand was just burning from all this painting, because you actually do paint like little pieces at the time. I'm trying not to move it. Okay, so I hope it's gonna be looking nice. Now I can cut it just like that, and maybe I'll use the other sentiment and leave that one for next time, because I think it will be very hard to pair it now. So I've got this done. Let me see. That one is looking nice here. I can trim it a little bit more if I would like to, but it's fine. And then I have to cut it like that. Perfect. I've purposely didn't trim it because sometimes when you flat the cardstock, especially with the embossing, like this, what am I saying? The Gemini or any other like cut and emboss machines, they are very powerful, and that could stretch up your cardstock a little bit. So what I'm doing here, I am adding glue everywhere, just a little bit, because we have this gold cardstock. And oh, I should do something else before I did that, but it's fine. I was planning to use the stitching tool to create the faux stitching on the edges, but it's okay. It has to be like that. So I'm starting from placing it around this piece. Okay, a little bit more, and when I'm happy here, I can always kind of trim the rest. Oh, I could do it this way without scoring board afterwards, but I just thought about this now, but doesn't matter. I'm gonna trim it a little bit, so it's gonna be a little bit shorter here. Okay, maybe a little bit here, just like that, so it's nice and even, and then a little bit here, so you kind of is that one okay? No, a little bit extra. The thing I love about this guillotine is really going very like super thin pieces. I can achieve that wonderful look. Now, what am I? Oh, look on that! How pretty it looks like. And or maybe, thank you. I can still fit it here. Why not? Now let me see. How would I like it with the colored cardstock? If that would make the impression or not? No, I think the white, the simple white, is just what is making the job here. And how pretty it is. I just absolutely love it. Now, what I am thinking, I don't know, I may regret that in a few minutes, but I think I want to add some extra lace. Okay, will that be okay for having the lace? Oh yes, I think the lace will be just a great choice here, because it's gonna be super pretty. Okay, now what am I needing? Firstly, I need the lace scissors, so I'm just gonna trim it here. And I do have the special ribbon scissors, and it's always a great idea to have something like that, because that way you can be sure that it's not gonna be, you know, catching up on your ribbons, especially the satin one or something, because sometimes on your scissors you may have some glue residues, so you don't want that. Okay, now I'm gonna add double-sided tape a little bit so it will hold it in place, and then I'm gonna add a little bit of the glue. And this is the idea I had for this card. Remember the second when I cut it wrongly, I was like, no, what did I do? But a few seconds after, I thought like, okay, Marta, it is okay. Everyone makes some mistakes. How much did they want it? I think it was less than this part. Oh, you know what? I will save it because this is the precious ribbon. Although I have the full roll, but it will end up quickly and no one will see this this behind part anyway. So I'm kind of leave it, not trying to stretch it too much. Yeah, that will do. And then for this side I will have to how do I overcome the edge? I think I will have to do it in one piece. Yeah. And it has to be longer, at least this size longer. Okay, so at least this size longer. Okay, that's fine. And now we are chopping it. And this piece you can also decorate the envelope or something, or aperture. I love these ribbons. They are super nice and delicate, and this is what I love about them, that they are bringing this nice kind of like a feminine energy to the card. And that will be a great card for a birthday or something. Like, imagine like you can put like a number there for like specific birthday or something. That'll be looking nice as well. Now I have this. I need a little bit of the adhesive, like a tacky glue or something here, especially here in a corner, because you want to kind of have the ability to maneuver. Okay, and I'm trying to do similar with here. Okay, maybe just a little dash of the hot glue to hold it. And now let's kind of create this nice fold and move across with the rest. Is that one looking nice? Yeah, I think it's looking nice when it's done with one single layer. And you can kind of tackle it in a little bit closer, so it's not gonna be stretch up too much. Okay, now it's looking good, and now all I have to do is just to trim these bits like kind of like that, so they're nice and even with the card. Oh, I love it. I love how it's turning out already. Look on that. It's just a little bit simple little things. I'm still curious. Shall I use this bit here? Oh, no. No, I think the white is elegant on its own. Oh, yeah. Thank you. There's missing something here and here, but we're gonna fix it in a second. I'm gonna think of something else. How much we are with time? I think it's like 15 minutes now with this card. And of course I want to raise this panel because it's too good to not have extra dimension. Where's my... I've lost my stand for the hot glue. I need to find it or order a new one. Because I don't know where's mine, and I'm using this roll of the string, but it's not as steady. Okay, and now this piece, that will be enough. And remember to add the glue to your double-sided foam tape, because the glue tends to dry on these tapes and they're just becoming loose, and they start kind of coming off from your project, and this doesn't look neat. And sometimes you don't even have to wait long. Like, here is the card I was creating, and look on that. I didn't add the glue here properly just the foam tape and it's already coming off. So it's definitely something, you know, but I was rushing. Have you watched that video? If you watch it in full, you know I was just the last minute with the card. So I've made lots of little like silly mistakes, but it's happened to everyone, especially when we work under the pressure. That is why I want you to take some, you know, extra few minutes for trying out new things, like here creating those simple clean cards. Maybe this one is not too simple. We could simplify it, but it's simple for me. I think it's fairly simple. Oh, why are you not working? I am trying to make cards fairly quickly and these strips are not cooperating properly. Okay, this one, where is the next one? Here. So it's good to have some kind of a sharp tool to help you release the paper, because it's always working better with the help of some tool rather than struggling trying to, you know, release the paper. Now I think I've got it everywhere now. Right, so I'm adding the hot glue. I need to rush. It's kind of a little bit larger space. So, oops. And now let me just place it like that. So it's kind of is that even? Maybe like that. Oh, perfect. I think it's just looking good. And then I've got a piece of the ribbon here. I can just trim it a little bit later, and maybe here. Okay, now the sentiment will go here like that, and that will go flat. Oh no, come on. Oh, right, here we go. So I'm just gonna add a little bit extra glue, not too much because I don't want it to wrinkle. So I'm just gonna add a teeny tiny bit of the glue, smear it properly so there's no lumps of the glue, and now I am adhering it, trying to make it straight, nice and even. Oh, perfect. Now couple flowers. Shall I go with these ones or with these ones, or both? Maybe a little bit of both. Okay. Oh, that's nice. And then some of the flowers. Oh, look on that, how pretty and simple this card was. And it was just simply done by mistake of me not you know, being too careful when I was just chopping the papers. And I think what I will do, let me just kind of shift this a little bit and a little bow. Why not? The card is so simple that we kind of needing something here, not too much, just a teeny tiny small. Okay, how about this? Oh, perfect. Just a teeny tiny bit of the bow. Okay, now why are you following my finger? Right, one flower here, the bow here, just like that. Oops, oh no, let's stick to my finger. Okay, and then the second flower, and look on the how pretty it is. It's just lovely. And what I'm thinking, I will maybe add a couple of the pearls, either gold one, yep, the gold one. The gold one will be great. I think it's just a super pretty accent. They will be 1, 2, and then something to spread out here. Oh, I love it. I already love this card. Shall I go with another layer, or is it too much? Is it gonna be too much? Maybe here. I don't know. Okay, these two I know for sure. Just one and two. Let me know what you think. Oh no, I've added the glue to the paper. I will just have to use the eraser later on. Okay, and then this one. Some of the hot glue sticks, they are more stringy than the other one. I recently ordered the large box of them, and they were maybe here. No, here. A little bit bigger one, so they have a little bit more variation. Or maybe here. No, here. I cannot decide which one I like. I'm just gonna leave it. I think I will just leave it and do not overthink. If later on I will decide to add another one, I will follow with my large box of golden bits. So first card ready. So we've got 30 minutes, and I think this was the fanciest one I've made today. And let's create something simpler, maybe. Now I have those triangles and I need to create something out of it. This one's a wrong size. This one is from different paper, so I don't know like how will they fit. Let me see. This one is with this one, and then this one with this one. I don't have more of these. I don't know, I've lost the fourth one. Or no, I only had a 3 because I've cut it one side, the other side, and then the wrong side. So I had just the 3 of these. So I can either cut another one. Do I have leftover piece like that? And is that the same? No, it's different. Oh, it doesn't matter. I'll use the one I have here. And let me just see, how much would I need for my card to be 6 inches by, let's say 5. 6 by 5. Okay, I can do that. So let me grab a piece of the card and score it. And here's one. So I will just score this one here. Perfect. And whoops. And I said 6 by 5, wasn't? I think that was. So 6 by 5, and that should do. Okay, that's interesting size. I always like to create the pieces which are a little bit different size than normal, because I think they're just looking super cute and elegant. What do you think? Now what I'm gonna do, because it's fairly flat card, I think I want to add it a little bit dimension. So what I like to do, I like to take the ruler and very gently, like kind of a lift 1 millimeter away from from the edge. This will give it a very interesting look, and you don't really need any specialty tool or something. It's super fast, easy, and that way your elements instantly becoming way more dimensional. Okay, so we've got first one, then we need another one, and oops, just set against the edge of your ruler and kind of like a fold it and go over with your finger. You don't really need a lot. That could be just 1 millimeter, 2 millimeters, up to you, but just a teeny tiny bit just to raise it, and you can instantly see how this one is lifting. And what it does also, my friends, is that it will disguise any imperfection. Like if you've got the straight cut line like here, and you kind of adhere it like 1 millimeter here or there, it's very hard to be super precise with it. But with these little pieces being kind of distress the edges, you can kind of get away a little bit with if something is not perfect. Not that it's something wrong with it when it's, you know, not super straight everything, especially it's handmade, so don't worry about it. But if you like your pieces to look neat, and sometimes you struggle to, you know, adhere, like, you know, some cards you add like 6 or 9 little squares and they don't look even, and you just like, oh no, why? This way you don't really have to worry about it. Now what I'm gonna do, and where was the last one? This one. How do I arrange it? I think I'm gonna go this way. Oops. 1 2 3 4, that one or that one, maybe this one. Okay, the card is opening that way, so I want this side to go that way. Perfect. Yes, I think that will be good. And the last one I have from lighter cardstock, but it's fine. I'm not cutting another piece. I will use what I have. Okay, and let me see. Here we go. The last one. I'm just placing them kind of as neatly as I can, and I need a little bit extra up here on the edge because it was looking too flat. Okay, so let's say it's kind of even, and now we can adhere them. I'm only adding the glue to the central part, just like that, a little bit in here, and I'm starting from the bottom part, and then I will follow with the top one, so that way I can move the middle one later, and just in case adjust the spaces. Now I'm trying to create kind of an equal space all over, and then the last two will be like that. And I love how dimensional these pieces are, even though it's flat card. There's no foam, no extra, nothing here, just a little piece of the ruler like to help us create the dimension. And this one, that's very interesting look. I don't know, do you agree with me or not? Let me know in a comment. Now here we go. Now I have this sentiment here, bear with me a little bit. I just want to make sure I have them evenly spaced out. Okay, something like that. That's fine. I think it's just looking super cool. Now I have this sentiment from the last video, which I think I kind of made a mistake, and there is this heart in those elements, and I think this is gonna be looking good if I'll just join them like that. So what I'm gonna do, I will mark myself the lines on the heart first, here and here, so I know where I need to add my glue. because if you add the glue here and you'll be like moving it, your adhesive can just, you know, oh no, that's way too much glue. Way too much glue. I need a piece of the scrap paper just to hold the extra adhesive for me. And now I am waving it through, so that could be something like that. And is that even okay? And adhere it. Perfect. And you just want to glue it, and then once it's stick, just give it a few seconds, because otherwise it may move on you. And once it's adhere, we can then chop the rest. And I think, oh yeah, this is looking nice. And maybe a little extra composition here. Wedding wishes. It's very simple card you would give to someone, maybe like your neighbor or someone you're not, you know, too close, like, you know, but you're not too close, and that could be something, you know, maybe too much this one. So let me just cut it out. Here we go. We've got that piece remove, and I will do the same thing with the leaves. Okay, here we go. And the smaller flower. Perfect. So now what I'm gonna do, I will just chop this bit here. I will add a little extra piece of the foam tape here, just for the extra rise piece, because if you don't support it, it will start collapsing in the center. So I'm adding triple layer of the foam here, somewhere in the center, just like that. And I'll keep the paper just for now. Now what I will do, I'm adding the adhesive to my heart shape, only to the heart shape. I'm not adding it to this sentiment side. And once I'm happy I've got my glue evenly distributed, I am placing my heart here and just adhere it. I'm trying, maybe just move it a little bit extra here, and then when it's adhere, I am taking off this piece with support and adding adhesive here and here, like the hot glue, and then just bend it just like that. So that way I have little support for my arch. It's still up, but it's not like kind of awkwardly bending. Okay, now one leaf here, one leaf here, and is one flower enough, or I wanted to I think I'm gonna add another one here. Ugh, decisions. Right, so if I put one here, okay, and then add oh, that was this glue piece, and then something else here. Maybe like that. Yes, I think this will be better. Okay, and we've got super simple card within another like 10 to 15 minutes, and this is great solution. As I'm saying, this will give you the chance to kind of experiment on your ideas, explore some extra bits. If you're thinking like, oh, I wonder if shall I add some extra, I don't know, like inking around the edges or something. On these simple cards, you have the great opportunity to actually try it. So, and that's what is super cool when you create, and you don't really, oops, and you don't really wasting these pieces because you already have some leftover paper. Okay, now a little bit here. Where was this? Ouch, I've touched the hot glue. I'm not sure how it's supposed to go, like that. so I'm not covering the sentiment. And there we go, one more bit, and voila, we've got two lovely cards made within a few minutes. Shall I add the pearl here on the wishes? No, maybe here. But then where do I add this one? No, the pearls are not matching here, and it's fine. You're not always needing extra bling. So we've got beautiful card number 2, beautiful card number 1, and let's move on. Now, next piece, what do I have here? Bear with me 2 seconds. I'm gonna move this die over here and see what else pieces I have from my leftovers. That's the full pages, so I'll put them aside and only use them if I need to. And now I have these leftovers, that one, that one, that one, that one. Oh, plenty to work on. Now let's see, that's the white card, and I don't want to waste that one, so let me just chop here. Okay, just like that. And now if I fold it like that or like that, it's got something on the edge, so maybe that'll do. Okay, now scoring tool. Where are we? 8 inches almost. That's perfect. And 8 by okay, let's score it at 4. Okay, so that will be like DL size card, pretty similar, but this time we'll make it simple. And if you score your paper and you see you've got an even edge, before you start dressing up your card, this is the great way. No one will notice really, unless you're having some matte and layer dye. If you use matte and layer dye, that could potentially create you a trouble. Well, you can always use one size smaller, but if your paper is uneven, this is the best way to even it now before you gonna be you know, creating something out of it. Now, what do I want? I want to use something nice, and they all nice. I must tell you, I love these papers. I think they're just turn out so cute. What I will do, I will then chop a little bit extra. It's fine, but I want those to show up a little bit better, so I'm gonna mark myself line here, which is fine, and then I will have to trim it a little bit on the top side. Since here I have the half of the flower, I will just chop from the top part. Okay, that's it. That's it. There we go. How nice. I love this design. Now, next bit I want to do, where is my sponge? Oh, I don't know. Oh, there you are. My very old cork board. You can see it's been well loved. And then piercing tool. And let's make some stitching lines. Now, here. Perfect. This is the best way, again, to add some extra dimension to your cards. And there we go. And then the last one. Okay, now let me just try something nice for the center. Will this be nice? Yeah, I think I'm gonna use this piece here. And I'm sorry I haven't cut it beforehand, but it's okay. It is okay. Now, let me just be as fast as possible, because you don't want me to waste the time fussy cutting all these extra bits, but it's sometimes we just have to. Okay, just a little bit. It doesn't really take as long. And oh, I know what I'm gonna do here. I think I know, because I have these left over from the lace, so I think it will be just great for adding the lace here, and that will be super fast, and I think it will be just adding that extra dimension. I wasn't too careful, and now I can work with these pieces here, which I will kind of be attached the same way as previously. Well, doing a little bit extra how to say that, folding, so that way once they fold they actually you know, follow the design a little bit better. Here we go. Now here a little bit, just like that, and it's super easy. It doesn't really require us as too much of the lace. And this lacy ribbon, it's super inexpensive. I think I've ordered mine on eBay ages ago, and it was like £3, £4 price, I don't know, but it was definitely like years ago. That was even when I was living in Scotland, and I still have it up till today. But sometimes I've seen it, we have this like a big shop in my town, which is called Chinese Market, and they sell all sorts of the like materials, ribbons, all sorts of stuff. They actually have like a flip-flops, everything's there. And I've seen the lacy ribbons there as well, so you can find it in this type of the stores as well. Where are we here? Trying to make it as fast as possible, so it will be maybe we'll manage to finish this card, so that will be our third card in 1 hour. And I think it's not bad timing as well to have 3 cards fully done. I was hoping to maybe do 4 or 5, but I was too much fiddling with the first one. But then again, I've made it looking really nice, so it's not a waste of the time. And I'm happy because I'm just ending up having some spare cards for my friends and family to use if they need to, if they need some sort of the card, or if I have some card emergency, I can use it up. And that way, if someone asks me for the cards, I have them ready. And also what I've been saying is, more importantly for me, is that I am not adding more bulk to my scrap drawer, because I already have my drawers overflowing. And oh, look on that, a little bit, you can't even say when the ribbon is starting and where it's finishing, and that's just extra step. So just because your cards are simple, it doesn't mean they don't have to be pretty. And now when you add the glue and you have the texture on the edges, do not add the glue past the stitching line, because you won't be able to raise them up. And I think this is how I want it to be, in this orientation. And once I'm finishing, I am going back with my fingers and I am kind of moving upwards with the stitching line, so that way I get even more dimension of my elements. Now, hop, double layer for my piece, because I've got all this dimension from the ribbon. So I'm just gonna add double layer of the foam tape, and look on that, how pretty and easy it is, and everyone can do it. It doesn't really require like for example this card or the previous one, it doesn't really even use the dice, well, apart from the circle one. But to be fair, if you don't have the die cutting machine, you can either use the circular cutter, which are super cheap, and you can also use the cernicals and the scissors. And I've been using it plenty time because I was making cards for like a good 2 years, maybe I'm lying, maybe a year and a half, something like that, before I actually save up enough money for the die cutting machine. And again, simple composition here, one piece here, one piece here. And I don't think I'm gonna be adding sentiment. Do I have maybe on your wedding? That's too wide. Anyway, happy anniversary. No, that's too wide. Best wishes. I could add the sentiment, but you know what? If I'll need to use this wedding card, I'm rather fancy on printing some names, like for example, I don't know, Anya and Michał, or something else, like, you know. So dependingly what occasion, like who will need it, I would rather just leave it with the empty just now, and then put like a nice sentiment here. Do I like this one? Oh no, I've made a boo-boo. But what I like to do, I think I would like to kind of shorten it up because it's too large. Yes, I want my and you can always change the things a little bit. Don't be afraid to tear your elements half. Like if it's look too long, I want to have a little bit more space for the sentiment, so that's why I tear this piece here, and then these flowers 1, 2 and 3, and maybe that way. Oh yeah, that look nicer. The top one here, and then this one, tackle it in a little bit, and then 2 extra leaves, and one will go here. Okay, and one will go on the bottom. Just a little bit extra so I could push it a little bit farther. I don't wanna cover the center, but I still want to have my space here, and then a little piece here. Just like that. And I need one more, and I will oh no, I didn't mean to tear that one, but it's okay. It is okay. It's happening sometimes because I want my to be double leaf here, and then maybe single one somewhere here. Perfect. Here we go. How lovely it looks like. And this time, to give it a little bit extra special touch, I think I'm gonna add 2 pearls here and here, so we've got this nice flowy effect on the card. Something wrong with the pearl, or maybe it's just the lightening, I don't know. Right, so 1 pearl here, 1 pearl here, and we've got literally 5 minutes left. Am I starting a new card? Am I crazy enough to start another card? Why not? see if I can do the card within 5 minutes. Okay, now let me see, the last chance to use up these papers. Maybe not the last one, because I love them so much. I'll probably use them again anyway. But let's create another one. Last card, very last card. I need to hurry up. I need to be fast. Now, where am I here? Well, the card is 5 3/4. Okay, let's make it square. 5 3/4 by 5 3/4. Lovely. Now let me think, shall I go with this paper? Why not? It is here, just like that, just like that. Oh, I start feeling rush with the challenge I set up for myself to complete the last card within 5-minute frame. I don't know if it's possible, but let's find out. Okay, oh, and of course the glue stopped running. Okay, now one, it's just another card. I want to give you an extra idea what you can do with this paper, what you can create with them. And oh yes, that'll be great. So if I'll put it like that, and let me see, because I want to keep it square. How do I have it? Like it's 4.5 inches. Okay, let's make it 4.5, and then 4.5. Oh, perfect. A little bit here, maybe just like that. Will that be okay? Do I want to finish it here? No, of course not. So I'm going to put this one a little bit from the top, and then 4.5 will be here. Oh, extra. You see, I just chop it a little bit extra so I could gain the piece. Now, one more thing I'm needing, because these two lying one on top of another is not what I'm needing. I mean, like, I need some kind of a separation, and if you need something like that, the best way is always to add an extra white layers. If you need to kind of make your elements pop a little bit more, this is your thing to do. Like, of course you can add the silver or gold paper, that's even better. But if you have anything like that, for example, you are just starting card maker and you don't have a lot of the stash, that's definitely one thing to make your elements pop, is by adding extra layering. Oh my gosh, I've got 2 minutes, guys, to finish this one. I'm just rushing. I am just rushing. Now I'm acting like those Instagram card maker. They just put like 2 pieces of the tape in the center, which I don't like. I think it's just I mean, like, it's good for entertaining purposes, but to be fair, later on you have all these layers, like you know, coming up, and it doesn't look super neat. Now for you, or wedding day, no, on your wedding day, that's too large. Is it too large? No, I'm gonna use it. I've got 1 minute. 1 minute. Okay, so I don't think I will make it. Is that even? No, I need to cut a little bit more. Just like that. Oh, I'm trying to be precise, so it's kind of even, and that's why I am 35 seconds. I will make it, but at least I've tried, and it's still good. It's still good. Okay, now 20 seconds. Okay, just like that, wedding across. This one goes down, I think with a little bit extra foam tape. 5 seconds. Okay, that's fine. It is fine. Right, few seconds extra. I think you'll forgive me that. But anyway, what I'm trying to say, this card will be looking great if you had some extra layers of the foam tape underneath the this main point. Okay, now let me just place that one across, and I think it's just looking super pretty. Now all I'm needing is just a few flowers extra to tuckle in, so it will be like complete composition. And I'm sorry for taking it longer, but I hope at the same time this kind of like a life class has bring you some value. Like you've noticed that making cards, it doesn't have to be like tedious. It could be like last minute cards as well. And also do not waste that opportunity. If you don't if you already have everything on your desk, sorry, I'm trying to rush to finish it. If you have already everything out, why would you not want to create 1 or 2 cards out of these pieces? Because you're gonna be clearing out your desk anyway. And no, I don't like this one here. Marta. Okay, the shorter one will do, but I need to chop it. You will still put everything away, you know, but that way you have less of the strips of the some sort of oh, maybe here a little bit. No, this one doesn't look great either. No, everything's working against me now. Okay, I didn't like that one because it was too much, too long. And let me just fix it. Okay, that's me done. I'm gonna put 1 leaf here. No, it's not short enough. And then 1 here. Okay, and 1 here. 1 last here, or here. Oh, here is better. Here we go. And this one here as well. Sorry guys. last bit, I promise. And that's me done. Okay, what do you think? Is this something you would try? If this is something or for you, let me know. So let me just put these things aside. I'm turning off my hot glue gun. And what we have, we've got 1 card, second one. Where's the rest? Where are you? Here we go. So 4 cards in 1 hour. And let me know which one is your favorite one. I think that one is mine, but they all looking super nice. And I've got a little bit less of the extra scraps to put away. So thank you so much for being here with me, and I hope you enjoy it. And please don't forget, if you like my videos, just click the like button, share, and there's also a new option of hyping the videos as well. So if anyone see it and you would like to help me out to reach to the like a bigger bigger audience, sorry, you can also press the hype, and I'm super thankful for that. So that is me for today. Stay blessed, my friends, and bye bye.